Episode 94, Awkward Friend Making Fiasco.
So, let's talk about something we've all experienced at some point in our lives, the comical side of trying to make new friends. Making new friends is like trying to navigate through a social minefield. You don't want to step on the wrong topic and blow up the potential friendship. It's like playing friendship roulette, except instead of money, you're betting your dignity. And believe me, my dignity is worth at least a solid handshake. Now, one of the biggest challenges of making new friends is breaking the ice. It's like we're all secretly auditioning for the role of the most awkward person in the room. We start with those classic opening lines, "So, do you come here often?" As if the person we're talking to is some kind of nightclub regular. And then they hit us with a confused look and go, it's my first time here. I got dragged here by my friend Carol, she's a bit wild. Boom. Friendship potential shattered. And let's not forget about the art of small talk. It's like a dance where you're desperately trying to avoid those conversational landmines. We end up asking generic questions like, "What do you do for a living?" Hoping they don't respond with, "Oh, I'm a professional sword swallower." Because then we're left standing there, thinking, do I ask for a demo or just run away screaming? But sometimes, the awkwardness reaches a whole new level when we're trying to find common ground. You know, those moments where we grasp at straws and start listing random hobbies like, "Oh, I enjoy knitting sweaters for squirrels." And if the other person doesn't respond with, "Oh, me too," it's just crickets and regret. Suddenly, you're left wishing you had a squirrel and a knitting needle to distract from the awkward silence. But hey, it's not all doom and gloom. Making new friends can also lead to some incredible adventures. I remember one time, I was trying to befriend my neighbor's cat because, let's be honest, cats are the gatekeepers to a world we can only dream of. So I started leaving out treats for this furry feline. Long story short, it turns out my neighbor was on a diet, and I inadvertently became the cat's personal pastry supplier. I never made friends with the cat, but at least I found out I have a talent for unintentional cat catering. In conclusion, making new friends is like attempting to juggle flaming torches while riding a unicycle. It's equal parts exhilarating and terrifying. But let's keep putting ourselves out there, because when you do find that friend who laughs at your terrible jokes and doesn't judge your questionable dance moves, it's worth all the awkward encounters. Thank you, and remember, when in doubt, offer to knit a squirrel a sweater. So, I've been thinking about something lately, making new friends. Can we talk about the comical side of that? Yeah? Great. Making new friends is like trying to navigate through a social minefield, am I right? It's like playing a game of emotional twister. You're stretching yourself in all sorts of awkward positions, hoping you don't accidentally step on someone's feelings. It's a dangerous game out there. And let's not forget the modern age of friendship. We used to meet people face to face, but now it's all about social media. We've become masters of friend requests and follower counts. I mean, I've got more online friends than real ones. It's like my life has been invaded by bots. Seriously, I'm one cat video away from an algorithm proposing to me. But here's the thing about making friends online, you never really know who you're talking to. People Photoshop their personalities just like they do their selfies. You think you've found a potential buddy, but it turns out they're just really good at using the right filters in their conversations. And don't even get me started on the dreaded friend request rejection. You know what I'm talking about. You see that notification pop up, your heart skips a beat, and then you realize it's not a friend request, it's just your mom inviting you to play Candy Crush. Thanks, Mom, for reminding me how lonely I am in the virtual world. But let's not give up hope, folks. Making new friends is an adventure, like trying to find the perfect avocado at the grocery store. You poke a few, squeeze a few, and hope you don't accidentally end up with a mushy one that's only good for guacamole. Sometimes, you stumble upon unexpected friendships in the most unusual places. I once made a new friend in the waiting room of a dentist's office. We bonded over our mutual fear of root canals and became BFFs faster than you can say open wide. And here's a pro tip, the best way to make friends is to find someone who laughs at your jokes. If you can make someone snort laugh uncontrollably, you've found yourself a friend for life. Or at least until you make a terrible pun and they reconsider their life choices. So, let's raise a virtual glass to the brave souls out there navigating the treacherous world of friendship. May your friend requests be accepted, your conversations be witty, and your selfie game always be strong. Cheers, my friends. I don't know about you, but making new friends as an adult feels like being in the Hunger Games. You enter a room full of strangers, armed with awkward small talk and a desperate need to impress. You're like, may the social skills be ever in my favor. And then there's the art of initiating a conversation. It's a delicate dance, my friends. You can't just go up to someone and say, hey, wanna be my friend? I'm really funny, and I bake amazing cookies. No, that's way too forward. You have to approach it more subtly, like a spy on a secret mission. Drop hints, crack jokes, make eye contact, basically, do everything short of writing BFF wanted on your forehead. But here's the thing, when you finally gather the courage to approach someone and strike up a conversation, it's like trying to defuse a bomb. You have to carefully choose your words, hoping you don't say something that'll make them run away faster than a squirrel with a stolen acorn. And then there are those awkward silences. You know, those moments when you run out of things to say, and the conversation just dies like a houseplant you forgot to water. Suddenly, you're both staring at each other like you're in a staring contest, thinking, please, say something. Anything. It's like a mental battle of wits, and the first one to break the silence loses. But let's not forget the magical realm of social media, where making friends has become more about followers and likes than genuine connections. It's like everyone's become a friendship collector, trying to outdo each other with the number of friends they have online. Seriously, I don't need 1,000 friends. I can barely remember the names of the 5 people I met yesterday. And don't even get me started on the friend zoning dilemma. You know what I'm talking about. That dreaded moment when you think you've found a potential new friend, only to discover they're more interested in your Netflix recommendations than actually hanging out with you. It's like, okay, cool, I'm glad you love Stranger Things, but can we be stranger friends instead? But hey, despite all the challenges and awkward moments, making new friends is worth it. Because when you finally find that connection, it's like discovering a hidden treasure. It's having someone to laugh with, share life's ups and downs, and maybe even engage in a friendly competition of who can eat the most pizza without feeling guilty. So, let's raise our glasses to the quest for new friends. May we stumble through the awkwardness, survive the small talk, and find those genuine connections that make life a little brighter. And if all else fails, there's always the option of adopting a pet. Hey, they don't care if you're funny or have a great cookie recipe, they'll be your friend no matter what.
And that wraps up another laughter-filled episode of Not So Funny A. If you enjoyed the jokes generated by our AI algorithms, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join our comedy-loving community.